Right. So first of all, good morning to everyone who has joined us today. So this is a very unique and one of a kind talk show that we have started from Optotax called the Mulaqat with Mentors, where we have accomplished and top achievers from the CA community sharing their life experiences, sharing their professional experiences with us. Also that, it is almost the Teachers' Day for us. So this is the best time to start this kind of series. And this is a series, so it will keep going on. And today is the first episode, and we have CA Chhaira with us. So before we begin with the session, I hope that all of you are safe, all of your families and friends are safe, and all your colleagues are safe. So even though the cases are less, but please, we have to be careful and we have to follow all the protocols and keep ourselves safe, because health is the priority, right? So we are seeing a lot of people joining us. I think people have started wishing you, sir, happy Teachers' Day. And I think through this session, you will help us guide, in the right direction through all the CA community from your professional and life experiences. Yeah. So before we start, if there is any questions that you want to ask CA Chhaira ji, also you can ask on the chats, and he will also respond to that. Apart from that, there will be certain questions that I would be, asking Chhaira ji, where he will share his experiences and his knowledge. Right. So to begin with, I have to introduce the faculty for today. So I hope you're able to hear me properly. Great. Yeah. So we have with the CA Chhaira ji. So like most of you would actually already know him. He's a senior member with admirable credentials, charismatic personality, and immense knowledge. And he also has several degrees, almost 29 degrees, including BCom, LLB, CA, CMA, MCom, and then AMPGS from US and ADMA from London. He has studied advanced management at various reputed institutions in Italy, Germany, US, UK, and even China. He has been associated with ICI activities since 1995, and he has served as the chairman of Surat branch in 2005 and went on to become the vice chairman of WRC in 2012. And he's currently serving his third consecutive term in the Central Council of ICI. He has held many committees as the chairman, such as professional development committees, student skill enrichment board, peer review board, committee for capacity building of members in practice, committee for financial markets and investor protection, etc. He has also, held many significant positions such as the president of Rotary Club in 2008, member of civil defense, and in the government of Gujarat also. He has been awarded many awards for his exceptional contributions. He has been awarded the Legend of Surat by the governor of Gujarat, and the Star of Surat by the Health Minister of Gujarat, and also the Jewel in the Crown, and by the Mayor of Gujarat as Surat na Sitara. So we are really happy to have such a accomplished and experienced person in our midst. So apart from this, he's also acted in many Gujarati films. He's a star level winner, a state level winner in painting, singing. So a really, all round person we have over here. So it's very, very happy to have you here, sir. And currently he is the chairman of Board of Studies. He's the vice chairman of Committee for Capital Markets. And he's also member of 28 other committees in ICI. And he's also serving as a chairman of CPD and Education Committee of the South Asian Federation of Accountants. So thank you so much, sir, first of all, for being here, being part of this session. So over to you, sir, for any opening remarks.
Thanks a lot, Ramya, for this wonderful introduction. And I must appreciate your initiative for interacting with various people and disseminating the knowledge to people at the same time. I think this is a wonderful opportunity. Rather than having a one-way communication,
Yeah.
It is something like you asking questions, what you find relevant, and the person replying that. I think that's a better model, and that will surely help our participants to gain. I hope so. At least they gain something from today's program.
Yes, sure. Yeah. Yeah. So I think we can begin. I have some questions for you, and later on we can also interact with the audience, and they will ask you questions, and you can respond to that. So first of all, when was the time that you realized that you have to take chartered accountancy as your profession?
Well, I think in my childhood, from my childhood onwards, I was very much, I can say, passionate about figures, whether it was mathematics or then statistics or then finance, whatever, always fascinated me. And fortunately, while I was in my school, I was required to do job because of some financial reasons. And one of the jobs that I did was writing accounts. And I found it very interesting. Maybe that was the point of time when I thought that I can go into this particular direction. At that point of time, I was not aware of the fact that chartered accountant is not an accountant. He's beyond that. But maybe that was the point when I thought about moving towards this field.
Right. And how was your journey of chartered accountancy as a whole? And what do you consider as the most important lessons that you have learned during the entire journey?
So the journey was fantastic. Even the current journey is more than fantastic. Very wonderful. If you talk about the lessons, so I tell you one thing. This chartered accountancy curriculum teaches you many things. Number one, time management, because you have to manage so many things.
Yes.
Number two, people management, because you deal with so many people. In articleship, your boss, right, your clients, all the different type of people. As you move further, right, your colleagues, your partners, and like that. So people management, time management. Next is, of course, knowledge management. So much of knowledge to acquire from different things. Plus, you learn discipline. You learn how to develop your memory because too much of information to be stored. At the same time, your analytical abilities, right? Your logical thinking, reasoning thinking. So many things are developed in this particular journey, I can say.
Right. So also as the chairman of Board of Studies, so what do you think is the most important aspect that a CA student has to follow in order to, cope up with the exams or, mainly the exams? Because, from the exam point of view, what is one thing that a student has to, gain?
Okay. Ramya, I'll give you the very good answer to it. If you're preparing for exams only, then you are not going to be a wonderful chartered accountant. Do not prepare for exams only. Prepare for knowledge and you will surely clear in exams, right? So in that movie, it was like, run after excellence. Success is going to follow you.
Right.
Right. So that is the point. By the way, interestingly, I'm sitting here in Pune branch of ICAI. Today we have a national conference here in the morning. I was a part of the inaugural session. After that, I'm joining this program. Immediately after this, at 12:30, I have my session and I'm going to speak on born to be a chartered accountant. After that, interestingly, I'm going to immediately have another program at Hyderabad, Center of Excellence, that is on MDP, Management Development Program for Senior Chartered Accountants. So what I'm trying to say is, don't think in terms of examination. No, think in terms of education. Please understand, examination is only a process of letting the other person know whether you're competent or not. First, be competent, right? In examination, the other person would come to know whether you are right or wrong, whether you should move ahead. Also, you will get some feedback. But study with passion. See, let us understand. If Virat Kohli is playing for examination, then he's not going to play wonderfully well. He is playing for the sake of playing. Kishore Kumar would sing for the sake of singing. Bruce Lee will do martial art for the sake of martial art. So when you learn for the sake of learning, for investment into yourself, then clearing exam is not a big issue.
Right.
Right. If you are knowledge oriented, the result is bound to be there. Result is bound to be there. If you are very passionate about something, Right? Tell me one thing. If you are a wonderful dancer, would you only prepare for some dance event or would you regularly dance? That is the answer. Just keep on regularly dancing. Just keep on improving. There might be some events where your dancing might be judged, but these are ancillary. These are not the principal things. Study for enriching yourself. Study for developing your capabilities. I think that's a better option.
Right. So we can take advantage of the experience that articleship provides us, and we actually prepare not for the exams only, but for our future as such.
Yeah, Ramya, here, the point is that when you talk about articleship, see, there are some pros and cons of everything. There are some pluses and minuses, and everybody is aware of this fact. But I'll tell you one thing. There are two different approaches to articleship. One is you go into an audit firm, right? And you are just looking at the figures and just ticking it. That is one way of looking at it. Then you have a very narrow outlook. But second opportunity is that you are going to different clients, right? And you are a good observer. You are a good observer. You observe how the things are happening, right? You don't only look at the figures present in the papers, but with your keen observation, you look at it, how the organizations are managed, how somebody is dealing with the HR, right? What are the loopholes in certain businesses or systems? How systems can be improved? If you keep on observing these things, then you can be a very good consultant, or you might eventually even be an entrepreneur. So that's the mood.
Right. Okay. So going to the next question. So chartered accountancy is all about commitment towards profession. So how do you balance between professional and personal lives by being a loving father and a caring husband?
So let us understand one thing. There are many people who have wrong notions. Many people have wrong notions, right? Wrong notion number one. एक बार तुमने सीए कर डाला तो लाइफ जिंगा ला. ऐसी कोई डिग्री नहीं. 1, 2. Second, the moment you join CA, many people would say, पापा ने कहा फ्रेंड्स छोड़ दो, मम्मी ने बोला डांस पार्टी छोड़ दो, एक दिन ऐसा आएगा CA ही छोड़ दो. जी नहीं. Both the things can go beautifully well in your student life also, in professional life also. Please understand, right? It is very much possible. It is up to you. What is your thought process? If you have a positive outlook, if your thought process is good, then you will improve upon your time management, right? If you lose one of the areas of life, right, then there is no point in living. Just imagine a scene. You are the best chartered accountant in India, right? Maybe in indirect tax, or maybe in direct tax, or maybe in company law, or maybe in audit, or maybe in everything. But you are not healthy. You remain sick 5 days out of it. And are you successful? The answer is no. So whether it is health, or it is relationship, or it is domain expertise, or it is financial freedom, or is it about adventures in your hobbies, all these things should go hand in hand. Hand in hand. Ramya, just take an example. If I give you for 15 days continuously only rice, and next 15 days only dal, curry, would you enjoy? The answer is no. You must have dal and rice together. Same is the case. There are many people who are living in the Alice in the Wonderland. अभी मैं ये कर लूंगा, बाद में ये करूंगा. अभी मैं पढ़ लूंगा, बाद में ये कर लूंगा. अभी तो मैं नया सीए हूं, थोड़ा काम कर लूं, बाद में ये कर लूंगा. अभी मेरे एक बार प्रमोशन हो जाए, बाद में. There is nothing like बाद में. You have to live now, right? As I told you, in the morning, there was an inaugural program in Pune. Before that, I had a meeting in Pune branch. Right now, I'm handling your program. After that, I'm a speaker in the national conference here at Pune. Thereafter, I have a program of MDP Hyderabad. Right. Thereafter, I have another program. But in the morning, I made it a point to go for a walk. I just moved around the Pune city. So I'm managing that particular aspect, health. In the evening, because my programs are going to be over, I'm going to enjoy some part of Pune. So that is another part of life we require. Evening 7 o'clock, Satara branch is a topic on financial management. And I'm going to be a part of that. So once again, I handle that. And at night, I'm going to meet some good friend in Pune. So please understand one thing. It is possible. If you are healthy, if your mindset is good, then you can achieve much more. And it is very essential that all should go hand in hand. So just imagine, say for instance, by chance I become a big chartered accountant, and maybe someday my daughter says, "Father, you never saw us growing." I think it's a failure. No, it should never happen. And I think by proper time management, with the right attitude, all these things are possible.
Right. It's very important to manage the professional and the personal life so that we have a whole round life at the end of the day.
Yes, in the game of cricket, you require batting, bowling, fielding, umpiring, everything. How can you only go for batting?
Right.
Right.
So the next thing is, in what ways do you suggest a person who has, already attained the prefix of CA can give back to the institute as well as to the society?
So let us understand one thing. I do not believe in very, very big philosophies. I just tell you become a rose, you blossom as a rose, fragrance is bound to spread. Don't keep on having great philosophies. I'll pass on fragrance, I'll pass on fragrance. No, just blossom. Fragrance is bound to be there, right? Just become a river. Keep on flowing. Benefits are going to flow. So, see, there are a number of ways how you actually contribute to the society, to the economy, to the nation. Number one, your domain expertise. Your domain expertise. You should be excellent in domain expertise. If you are Arijit Singh, be the best singer, right? If you are Saroj Khan, be the best dancer, right? If you are Amitabh Bachchan, be the best dialogue deliverer, right? Actor. If you are maybe a chartered accountant, be the best in whatever you are. Maybe into finance, maybe into management accounting, maybe into reporting, maybe into taxation, whatever the case. So first is domain expertise. Second, always go for win-win things. Win-win with your team, right? Adequately reward your staff, give them the opportunity of being trained so that they also get elevated in their career. Think about their career growth. Similarly, with clients, make it sure first you look at the benefit of the clients and then you charge. I don't say charge low, charge handsomely well. Don't charge low, right? Don't degrade yourself. Charge handsomely well, right? Create a great value for your client's business and charge handsomely well. So when you play win-win, when you will help your clients to grow, when you help the industries to grow, you are indirectly serving the nation, the economy, the globe actually, right? See, Ramya, you and I, we are not doctors to inject during COVID, right? But we are chartered accountants. By supporting the trade, commerce, industry, economy, we are going to support the nation. The nation, which is financially strong, people of that nation would be much more happier. So let us do it in our own way.
Right. Very nicely answered, sir. I think there's one more question from the audience. So Sanjay Sharma ji is asking, from last 3 years, tasks of a CA in practice are increasing beyond level. What is your view on the CA profession, especially in practicing professional?
So Ramya, let us understand here. Sachin Tendulkar, you know him, right? Yes. As a cricketer, but more particularly what? As a batsman, right? Do you want Sachin Tendulkar or Virat Kohli to be batsman also and bowler also and wicketkeeper also and everything? No. Batting is the strong domain and fielding is the requirement. Similarly, there are so many fields opening up in our profession. So many. Now the problem is that if a chartered accountant wants to be expert into GST also, income tax also, audit also, and all the different things, then I think it's going to be difficult. Right? I don't say it is not possible, but whether it is desirable. Understanding the various subjects, various disciplines is good, but having a team, proper division of labor, right? Focusing and specializing on some particular thing would be much better. There are many, many options, right? There are many, many, I can say, opportunities coming up, but one must focus on some areas of specialization. Of course, in the initial years of your practice, you might dirty your hands with so many things because you don't have many clients. So whatever comes your way, you take it up, right? But over a period of time, you have to be a little more selective. Over a period of time, you have to specialize. You can add team, You can join hands together and grow. I think this is what I would suggest for practicing members.
Right. So actually, this brings me to my next question. So given your many areas of years of experience, so what, as per you, are the new and upcoming areas for CS, whether in industry or in practice?
So, a wonderful question. Many areas coming up. Maybe it is forensic, maybe it is cyber security, maybe it is internal audit in a bigger way, right? Where we have better roles to play in terms of value addition, consultancy services, investment consultancy. You know, very few of us are into wealth management, into equity research. So all these areas are opening up. But Ramya, when you're talking about practice or industry, why do you forget the third front, entrepreneurship? Why chartered accountants cannot be wonderful entrepreneurs? Those chartered accountants who have taken to entrepreneurship, they have done wonderfully well. Why only that? Why not going into public service? There are many chartered accountants who have been very good politicians, have been into judiciary, have been into tribunals, have been into other aspects. So my point is that there are many things opening up. I put it a different way. You know, a few years back, the Vodafone advertisement was, wherever you go, our network follows. Similarly, wherever business goes, our service follows. And business is so vast, so changing, so versatile, so dynamic. So that requires us also to keep on adding new and new services. Great opportunities opening up.
So we have to keep our minds open to new things that are coming up, new technologies or anything that has coming up, and so that we don't stay behind our profession.
I tell you, there is a good saying that minds are like your parachutes. Minds are like parachutes. They only work when they are open. So we don't go open.
Very true. Yeah. So coming to my next question. So how do you think that CA profession is different from the other professions, and what do you think are the advantages that chartered accountants have over others?
Well, very sincerely, I would not like to compare any professions, because I believe that each and every profession, business, service, everything is respectful, right? Whether you're a chartered accountant, you are an engineer, whether you are a cobbler or you are a tailor, everybody is important. Every profession is very important. But yes, now being a chartered accountant and being a part of this profession, I would say this is a profession where challenges are, updations are there, right? This is a profession where you must have technical skills, maybe company law, maybe income tax. This is a profession where you require management skills, right? You have to manage a team. You have to manage so many things. This is a profession where you have to update profession, where challenges are there. And where challenges are there, people can be more lively. There are only two options. Either with your challenges, you may be crushed. With your challenges, you become more lively, right? So this is a profession where if somebody wants to be, he can be too lively. It has been 25 years for me in this profession, right? And believe me, with each year, I'm becoming more and more happier. I'm not sure whether knowledgeable or not, but at least happier. More challenges coming up, more complications coming up. So that means your skills, your talent, or your aptitude, whatever you say. So I can say it is a continuously updating profession, a wonderful profession.
So year by year, we are evolving actually, basically, right?
Definitely. See, I'll tell you, if year by year, you are not evolving in human terms, if you are not becoming more and more happier, if you are not becoming more and more silent within, if you don't add more and more in domain space, then I think you are wasting your life. Naturally, year by year, your happiness, your financial freedom, right? Maybe also in terms of hobbies and all, you have to upgrade yourself, right? If mobile phones are upgrading, if cameras are upgrading, if everything is upgrading, why not us? We must upgrade ourselves.
Right. Yeah. And I think a couple of questions more from the audience also. So Manoj ji is asking, sir, how do we study subjects which are hard for us?
That is a good question. So first is, in the beginning, everything is hard. I just ask Manojji. Manojji, if I give you a guitar, are you going to be a guitarist immediately? Sadda, get there. Let us understand. When 1,000 youngsters go and watch a movie like Rockstar, they come out. Out of 1,800 people want to be guitarists. But then actually, out of 800, only 200 people will go and try to find out what is the price of guitar. Out of that, only 20 will purchase. And out of that, only 2 will play. So what actually happens? Everything is hard before you make it easy. Listen to it. Everything is hard. Tell me one thing. I think, Ramya, you will agree with me. In public, is it not very tough? Stage fear is there with people. How do you make it easy? By practice. By practice, you or I were we comfortable on the very first time when we spoke in public? Definitely not. Right? Today, I am speaking in front of public, say 1,000, 5,000, because of COVID, a little less than that. But how did it happen? It's only by way of practice. See one thing. Any subject initially is going to be hard. Now, either you are passionate about it or you are not passionate. Right? Tell me one thing. Once again, I'll ask the same question to the person facing a ball coming at the speed of 150 kilometers or 150 miles, whatever the case may be. Is it easy for Virat Kohli? If it was easy, Virat Kohli, he must have worked upon it. But if he was passionate about cricket, then only he did it. Otherwise, could not have done that. So, with passion, difficult things become easy. Either you are passionate about something or you should exit. Either Virat Kohli is passionate about cricket or he should quit. Similarly, if you have chosen this field, you have to find the passion. You have to develop yourself there. I'm sure, like a student, I enjoyed accounts, costing, FM. I was a big fan of that. Even today, I'm very fascinated by these subjects. When I started in income tax, initially I was blank. Ore Baba, itna sara yaad rakhne ka. So much. But one fine day, I realized, kitne bhi nagre kar lo, karna to padega hai. It's a part of the syllabus and it's a part of the game. Right? Fielding is a part of the game, whether you would like to field or not. Not only batting is there. So I started working on, believe me, I put in very sincere efforts. And today, in income tax, section to section, clause to clause, I am very clear about it. So, something by way of passion and by way of putting in efforts, you will make it easy. That's a simple thing.
And there's one more question. Sir, you have attained various degrees. What is the purpose and the need and how it helped you in your development? Wasn't it difficult and how did you manage that?
So first is, what was the need? Not everything happens because of need. You don't sing because of need. You sing because you feel like singing. Peacock does not dance in rain because it needs it. It happens. So for me, I love to travel across the country and then globally. So I did my CA. Along with that, I joined once my articleship was over, because during articleship you could do only one thing. Yeah. So along with my BCom, I completed my CA. Once my final was left out and articleship was over, I joined my CMA and CS. And in my city, Surat, there were no exam centers. So I had to go to Pune, I had to go to Baroda, and I enjoyed moving around in Pune, in Baroda. So then I joined next in Pondicherry. I said, let me go to South and see how the South is. Then going to Pondicherry was via Chennai. So I said, why not joining one course in Chennai? Then I joined something in Hyderabad. Then I joined something in Mumbai. Then I joined something in Baroda. Like that, I kept on going and I thoroughly enjoyed it. And then after I felt, why I'm restricting myself? I went to China, Guangzhou, and there I joined my marketing management. And it was really a wonderful experience. So I said, now let me go to Europe. I went to Italy and did my strategic management. It was also fabulous experience. I said, let me move ahead. I went to US, Los Angeles. I did my international business. Honestly speaking, rather than finding it difficult, I found it enriching. I found it interesting. And I say, life has become beautiful because of that. I'll put it that way. It was not difficult. The only thing is you require some commitment. That's it. Otherwise, it was enriching and I enjoyed it actually.
Right. So with the passion and commitment, I think everything becomes enjoyable.
What is the option? Tell me one thing, Ramya, and all my other participant friends. Make a list of 5 people, right? You are fan of. आप 5 लोगों के नाम बनाइए कि भाई मैं इनका fan हूँ. Maybe Ambani or Tata, any business tycoon, or maybe Arijit Singh, Kishore Kumar, singer, or maybe some actor, maybe Hrithik Roshan or Amitabh Bachchan or Amir Khan, or maybe Steve Jobs or whatever. आप जिनका भी list बनाएंगे ना, you will find one common thing. That domain expertise was excellent. They were great in their domains. And was it possible without passion? मैं रामिया एक बहुत सिंपल तरह से बताऊं, थोड़ा अलग तरह से बताऊं. छू कर मेरे मन को किया तूने क्या इशारा. It is a 50-year-old song. 50 year. आज चल के तुझे मैं लेके चलूं. 60-year-old song. पल पल दिल के पास. 55 years old song. अच्छे लगते हैं ना आज भी? Yes, right? क्यों पता है? जिसने गाया था आउट ऑफ पैशन गाया. वो पैशन ही अलग था कि आफ्टर 50 years he died in 87. That gentleman died in 87, means nearly 35 years back he died. Still his songs are there, and that is only because of passion. जब आपके पास पैशन होता है ना, तो आप मास्टर मतलब कुछ ऐसा क्रिएट करते हैं. बेबी स्टे आउट बनाने वाले के पास पैशन होगा ना, टाइटैनिक बनाने वाले के पास पैशन होगा ना, then they made baby stay out or Titanic. So why not you and I make in our profession?
And one more query from our participant, Mayurji. So as a practitioner, how can a small firm compete with fintech companies? Because these companies are stripping the piece of bread from our hand day by day.
So first and foremost thing, it's a myth that somebody is taking the piece away from it. It's a market. It's a market. Wherever, see, you are also purchasing the product where you find it more comfortable and you find it more economical, right? Whatever suits you, right? It's very simple. If Japanese goods are cheaper compared to Indian goods, then you are purchasing Japanese, right? When you use Amazon or Netflix, you don't bother about all these things. Please understand one thing. Whatever is good for the customer, he is going to use that, right? Second, there are different segments. There is a segment for a coffee vendor who is selling coffee at the end of the lane. There is a segment for cafe coffee day. And there is a segment for Starbucks. There is no competition. Rather, they complement. Please understand. So, in your individual practice, you find out the ways and means how you will do value addition. See, if I'm going on to give only an audit report, I know very well behind this audit report, there has been too much of my experience, too much of my knowledge. But for a businessman, this audit report is nothing more than black and white, right? He might not perceive that there is a great value addition. To give value addition and to make the other person realize this fact, perception, right? When the value addition is there, by value addition, what do I mean? सरल भाषा में बता रहा हूं. जिस दिन मेरे क्लाइंट को लगेगा मेरी वजह से उसको 100 करोड़ का फायदा हुआ, वो मुझे 5 करोड़ 10 करोड़ देगा. जिस दिन उसको लगेगा कि मुझे उसको 10 करोड़ का फायदा हुआ, मुझे 1 करोड़ देगा. ठीक है. अब just because I am a chartered accountant, just because I am a rank holder, just because I cleared in first attempt, he is not going to pay. So please understand, the more value you add, one, the more perception you create. Plus, you must learn the art of management. By marketing, सिर्फ MBA लोगों का काम नहीं है. Marketing, females भी तो marketing करती है ना, Instagram और Facebook पे मेकअप करके, right? Males भी करते हैं, of course. Gender bias की बात नहीं है. हर चीज को मार्केट करना पड़ता है, अपने आप को भी मार्केट करना पड़ता है. अच्छा, मुझे बताओ रामिया, अगर ये मार्केटिंग इंपॉर्टेंट नहीं होता तो ये टाई और ये सब लगा के क्यों बैठा था? कोई यूजफुल नहीं है. मास्क तो चलो आजकल मजबूरी है. सो प्लीज अंडरस्टैंड वन थिंग, कहीं कोई ऐसी कंपटीशन नहीं है, आपको अपनी स्पेस क्रिएट करनी पड़ेगी. एवरी पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम देयर इज सम स्पेस, राइट? अगर आप वैल्यू क्रिएट कर सकते हैं तो यू विल कोएग्जिस्ट विद एवरीवन. कोएग्जिस्ट ही होने वाले हैं. कोएग्जिस्ट ही होने वाले. ये थोड़ा होगा कि आप अकेले बैठे हुए किसी बिल्डिंग. You will coexist with other, but you will get a good share by way of creating value addition, by understanding the principles of management, how to retain clients, right? How to grow them, how to communicate with them, pursue SEO communication. All these things are required.
And another question for you is, what is lying in the future for you as a professional? What is lying in the future for you as a professional?
Oh, so many things are lying. So many things. अभी तो पार्टी शुरू हुई है, right? ये तो ट्रेलर था, पिक्चर अभी बाकी है मेरे दोस्त. Please understand, life is beautiful, and it is beautiful because you don't know the story what is going to happen, right? If there is a suspense movie and somebody tells you the suspense, मजा क्या है? So there are so many things lying ahead, not only for me, for every person on this earth. For every person on this earth, so many beautiful things are lying, but they will be lying hidden between some challenges, behind some challenges. पहले आपको उन challenges को tackle करना पड़ेगा, and you might feel crushed. Some people might, and some people might feel, no, beyond this challenge is a beauty. I'll give an example. Ramya and Mayur ji, आपने question पूछा, मुझे मयूर जी नाम याद रह गया है. So you go to Manali as a tourist. What will happen? You'll stay in some cozy hotel, right, with so many sweaters on. Then one day you will go on the third day to Rohtang Pass, right? Then you'll have that fur coat, right, rented out. Then your shoes that वो गंदे गंदे गमबूट आते हैं, that you will wear, and then some clicks, and then you'll go away. Then you will see only some beauty of Himalayas, some. But think about a trekker. A trekker will start trekking from that place. He will have to walk, right, vertically, काफी हद तक vertically. ऊपर जाना पड़ेगा उसको. Walk करना, and it's difficult to walk in the snow. But believe me, after 2-3 hours, वो मुश्किल लगता है चलना. But वो जहाँ पहुँचता है ना, टूरिस्ट कभी पहुँच नहीं सकता. Because nature कहता है कि ब्यूटी मुफ्त में नहीं दिखाऊंगा, थोड़ी सी दिखाऊंगा, right? पूरी नहीं दिखाऊंगा. So that is life. There's so many things are lying for all of us. But क्या होता है, उसको challenges का cover लगा हुआ. वो चॉकलेट को कवर लगाते हैं ना, वैसे हर ब्यूटी के ऊपर एक चैलेंज का कवर है. वो चैलेंज का कवर खोलना पड़ेगा, and there is something beautiful going to come up. That is what I believe. I might be wrong, right? मैं सब कुछ तो समझता नहीं लाइफ के बारे में, पर जितना मैं समझता हूँ, मुझे लगता है हर चैलेंज को क्रॉस करने के बाद लाइफ और ब्यूटीफुल है. So many more beauties are waiting.
Very true, sir. So yeah, we are also welcoming more questions from the participants. So till then, I think the last query from my side is, so being the chairman of board of studies, so any 3 things that you would like to convey to the aspirants who want to have the CA degree?
3. So I'll have to think about 3. See, number 1 is, don't study only for examination. That's a very small thing. Study for understanding that subject. Be passionate about it, right? If you only clear for examination, what is going to happen? You are not going to be a wonderful professional. You are not going to enjoy your life. So that is the first thing. Second, don't wait for somebody to teach you first, right? For the first, just read out the various study material, all the various subjects like storybook. Even if you don't understand, don't worry. Storybook की तरह पढ़िए. At least you will get some blur idea as to what subjects you are going to learn. What is the direction of that, right? Generally, what is happening, people are waiting for some teachers to say, and then they study. In that, what happens, you don't develop your capability. आप क्या दूसरों के ऊपर डिपेंडेंट हो जाते. पहले अगर आप सेल्फ स्टडी करेंगे ना, तो आपका कॉन्फिडेंस बहुत बढ़ेगा. Then maybe some teacher is teaching. But if a teacher teaches you first, तो क्या हो गया? वो जो एक मौका था ना, खुद समझने का, वो आपने गवा दिया. Please don't do that. Please don't do that. And because you asked me third, तो तीसरा मैं कहूंगा, बिल्कुल पढ़िए, खुशी से पढ़िए. देखिए, पहले तो खुशी से पढ़ना बहुत जरूरी है. But along with that, डांस पार्टीज को मत छोड़िए, right? क्रिकेट को मत छोड़िए. Everything coexists. I think these are the 3 things I would like to tell.
Right. So I think one more comment from Manoj Gowdaji. So he says, thank you, sir. Please be active on social media and give us some of your energy regularly. So I think a lot of appreciation that we are getting from our audience too. So, it's been a wonderful session with you, sir. We came to know that, we have to be passionate about it. We have to be consistent about whatever we do, whether we are a CA student or whether we have already qualified. So that doesn't change throughout our life. So we have to be passionate about whatever we do. We have to be committed to it, consistent to it, whether it's a profession or even outside profession. So thank you so much. And I'll just open the platform for other comments and chat. So maybe just 2 minutes, please wait for 2 minutes so that if there is any queries, you can take it. So Utkarsh ji is telling it's a great session. Thank you so much. So any other queries from the audience, it's welcome. Because chances like this, you will actually not get to interact with accomplished people like Chhaira ji. So you can please ask your queries, anything related to our profession.
I think Naveen ji has posted something. I cannot see that.
Yeah,
पूरा screen पे नहीं दिख रहा था. If you can.
I think he's still typing. He has posted just hello, sir. So if there
so
are.
while you were talking about, yeah. Tell me.
No, I was just telling if we can close the session. But if there's anything that you'd like to say, you can please go ahead.
No, I was just telling you when you're asking about the passion, right? When you're trying to say conclude by way of passion. So एक ही simple सी चीज है. Forget you are a chartered accountant. Forget everything. खुद की लाइफ है ना, एक ही मिलती है. खुद की लाइफ है, एक ही मिलती है. दूसरी मिलेगी नहीं मिलेगी, who knows, right? तो अगर पैशन नहीं है, तो जीने का क्या मजा है? तो जीने का क्या मजा आएगा? जो कहते हैं जिंदगी जिंदा दिली का नाम है, मुर्दा दिल क्या खाक जिया करते हैं. सो दैट्स लाइक दैट. पैशन ही नहीं होगा लाइफ में तो क्या जिएंगे?
I think one more query, why age is a barrier in getting job, and why not the experience is considered?
I don't think there is age is any barrier. I am sure about it. There is no barrier, right? Today also, I am trying to learn. I completed my CA 25 years back. Today also, I am trying out new things. Age is never a barrier. It's only a block. Please understand, while even going for job, what the other person looks at it, your commitment, whether you're going to work for them for a longer period. They look at it, the skill set, what they require. Do you possess that or not? Right? Otherwise, age cannot be a very major barrier. But see, once again, every person has a different point of view. आप एक जगह पे work करते वहाँ का culture अलग होगा. When you are working at some other place, your culture will be different. But I am telling you, age की बात करें तो, we have heard about it that at the age of 63 somebody creates KFC. At the age of 63, somebody creates KFC, right? Somebody start up after 63. एज नाम की चीज मेरे हिसाब से तो है ही नहीं. फिट रहो, राइट? मेंटली फिजिकली फिट रहो. एज कहाँ है, राइट? लेट अस पुट इट दैट वे. एज इज जस्ट अ नंबर.
Yeah, I think we are done. Okay. Another query from Naveen ji. I feel in second tier cities, CAs are more demotivated considering the opportunities.
I am from second tier city. I am not from Mumbai or Delhi. And I am very much motivated. I am not demotivated. First and foremost thing is, one has to understand. Ramya, kindly understand this fact. Naveen ji, kindly understand this thing. If you are doing engineering, you would have gone to Kota a few years back for clearing entrance, right? For preparing for entrance. Then once you clear, then you would have gone to Kharagpur to complete your IIT. After completing that, for your summers, you might have been placed to Mumbai. right? After that, your first job might have been in Bangalore. And after some 2-3 years, you might have gone to Gulf country, right? Maybe while you belong to Baroda. Now let us take CA. I want to join CA in my city. After completing CA, practice in my city. So if I'm not mobile, tell me one thing once again. Say I'm in a small town. Say Navsari. Navsari is a very small town, right, near Surat. And I want all the luxuries of Mumbai. Would I get it? Naturally not. Navsari has some benefits. You have green place to stay. No traffic, right? You can stay very comfortably. But then a little less opportunity. Or else you jump to Mumbai, then you have traffic, then you have local trains, you have metros, and you have some opportunities. But I tell you, a few years back, are we doing such type of virtual meetings, Zoom meetings, or no? COVID has done at least something good. That today, sitting in any city, you can get client from anywhere. If you are good in PR, if you are good in getting the initial work, executing well, today sitting in any of the city, you can get work across the globe. And I have seen many people from second tier city. See, when you say that in second tier city, the work is limited. The problem is that you don't want to move out of income tax, GST, or audit. You have restricted yourself. Right? There are so many other fields you don't want to work. You want to do the same thing what everybody else is doing, and still you want to get something different, right? Opportunities are there in different cities. There is different business climate culture, so opportunities will differ, right? But I'm telling you, opportunities are there everywhere. Or else you have to move. Where the opportunities are there.
Right. So a lot of opportunities all throughout the country, depending on what industry the particular city is in. And like you said, we should not actually limit ourselves to only taxation and audits. There are so many more, new things coming up, like forensic audit or even virtual CFO. So these kind of things, I think we have to prepare ourselves for that, is even my humble opinion. And there's another comment from Ali Laktaji. So he's asking, when will you become the chairman of the institute?
So let us understand one thing. It is important that you are in the game of cricket. It is not important that you become the captain of the team, right? Captain also has one chance of batting. All other batsmen also have one chance, right? So from our team, we select one person to lead for 1 year, and he becomes the president, right? So these people are friends, right? If they are more knowledgeable or competent than me, then I should give them the opportunity. Why should I jump into it, right? So that is all about future and contingent. Why do you even imagine that today? That is as simple as this.
Yeah, I think we are done with all the queries. So really glad to have you, sir. I hope it would have been a great session for everyone, and we are also receiving a lot of positive feedback. So is there anything you want to say while closing, sir? Or we can...
So I'm just telling you one thing. It's your life. Please invest into yourself in terms of knowledge, in terms of health, in terms of the right mindset, right? Just focus on all the important areas of life, including relationship, domain expertise, financial freedom, right? Hobbies, adventures, everything. Only one life we live. Make it big. Live with passion, right? You are unique. Opportunities are there. There are no limitations, right? There are no limitations. Opportunities are always there, right? If your mindset is positive, you will attract more and more things in your life. That is what I like to say. Fortunately, we are in time, because now I'm going to go on the dais at Pune branch, where my topic is going to be born to be chartered accountant.
Yeah. So I think thank you so much, sir. I think you're also having your other session now. So thank you again to all the people who have joined us. Thank you to Chhaira ji also. So I hope the session would have been very useful to all of you. So thank you so much. So until we meet again, please stay tuned. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thanks to all the participants. Thank you.
Thank you.